Well, welcome to our Friday night Zoom meeting. The link will be posted over on Stunt Hangar right now. Let's see here. We go home. At the bench. Well, this thing's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm gonna have to delete all those threads again. We want a new topic. And Friday night. And paste. Post. All right, you're good to go. Go to At the Bench on Stunt Hangar. We do this every Monday and Friday at 7, between 7 and 9 on YouTube. And usually there's an after party. Gary hosts. And you got to be a paid supporter of Stunt Hangar to join the meetings. There's a couple of reasons I did that. Mostly because this, everything costs money and nobody wanted to help me. So that, and we have people coming in that are helmet head and those characters, and they ain't going to pay just to come in and harass us. So, and I have to approve. It's either that or I got to start babysitting, with the with. I'm trying to streamline this so I don't have to do as much. I would have to babysit with the waiting room. Let's see. We go to the chat. Let me get the chat open. I got no chatters. We got 7 watchers. Let's open this up. Pop out chat. I'm going to save this to this side here. Open a Zoom. And hit this. Drag it back over. Come on. My computer's been acting really funny lately. The government is spying. All right, I can see the chat now. I have no idea what we're going to talk about tonight. What I'll talk about is I'm electrifying my trailer. I'm going to have there's Gary. I'm going to have a generator and batteries on board and solar and wind. We're going to have electricity out there. But what we got here, we got 2 different plugs. We got power in. This is where you run from the generator to this plug, and then power out on the outside. Which I don't know why they didn't make them both square, but just to be different, I guess. Trying to get an awning, a roll-up awning for the side of it. Can you hear me, Gary?
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't said a word.
Oh, yeah.
And my computer's acting up really weird.
Yeah, mine did too. So I couldn't get on. It wasn't working right. I tried it again and finally it came on.
I think I'm going to close down all these windows and try to save on resources. And let's see here. Well, I don't know what he got going on. Anything?
Nah, not too much. Just I'm
I
trying
know
to stay
the
alive.
I know the ever since my lady broke her arm and I got to do what I got to do here. These guys have been missing me. I'm trying to get back, but I got to do what I got to do.
That's right. You got to take care of her. And just do the best you can. That's all you're going to ask.
Well, I'm sure I'll lose some subscribers or whatever. Nothing I can do about it. Well, crap. What did we talk about last week? This is for Mike Lonkey. If you're watching, Mike, I called those people at the parachute place. They did not have any Kevlar thread, and I had never heard of using Kevlar thread in rigging. So please, if you're the parachute rigger from Florida out of, I can't remember the name of that air station there. I think it was, I want to say Osceola or whatever, but if you're that parachute rigger, I need another roll of that Kevlar thread.
So Cala, probably, right?
Ocala, that's
Oh, yeah.
probably,
Yeah.
is that where the Navy base is?
I don't know about that, but
That thread you can't break it. It'll cut your hands right off. And this thread that they're telling me to use, Kevlar infused, it just breaks like nothing.
well,
I don't even know where that spool is that if I have a sample left. I used it all.
yeah, it might have had a name on it on the spool too. I don't
No,
know.
it was a wooden spool. Here comes David Eskins. He was having
Was
a
it
problem getting
was
in.
it a pretty good size spool? I mean,
Yeah, it was that tall and that big around. You could tell it one, and it didn't have a crown on it. You could tell it went on an industrial sewing machine and unraveled off the top.
mhm.
No camera, David. You got to turn your camera on. You're muted now. There we go. We're getting something, maybe.
Yeah.
Unmute yourself. There you go. Can you hear us? David, can you hear us?
Say something. Yeah.
Yeah, say something. I don't think we can hear him. Or his mic's got static in it or whatever. Oh well. Hey Steve, what's going on?
More of the same. I'm still in the sling.
Yeah. Marlady's other arm is broke. Or let's see. No, same one. Same kind of sling too. She hates it. She said it's a piece of junk.
Well, it's pretty sophisticated, but it sure ain't comfortable. Sounds like David's trying to say something.
She's got to sync his mic. Go to microphone settings. Open it up. Select your microphone. Down on the left, you'll see a microphone. And then, let's see, is it up arrow, I think. Yeah, the up arrow. That'll open up. It says select a microphone. Same as system. Mine says webcam 320. So then you select a speaker, and below that, microphone modes, noise, normal, default. Or you can open advanced settings and hit the audio settings. Test the microphone. Let's test that. Testing, testing. Yeah. Your incoming call ringtones on an additional device. Well, you must be putting out something because I saw a green line. Say something.
Right.
Just start talking, David. Beats, bells, bangles, incense, and crash pads.
Yeah. Testing, testing.
Can you hear me now? Did you guys hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Something real weak there, right? There's something.
Let me see if this is the microphone I'm on. Nope. I got to go back to the other one.
Here's something.
Speaker. We want to go to the microphone. Go to 2. That one. Check. That sound better?
Yeah, sounds okay.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, we did for a moment.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
You got to close your other
Yeah.
windows, though. You're starting to feed back.
Hello? Hello?
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. I don't. Hello? No,
Hello.
Hello.
nothing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I think you got the other windows open,
Got it
David.
now?
Yeah, we hear you. But
Can you
you're
hear-
looping.
Hear me? Nothing. Hear you guys.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, we hear you. Try logging out and log back in.
Uh,
Keep all your other windows closed.
what? No, I don't. You hear me now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's got so much lag. I think he said
Yeah.
that minutes ago.
Maybe his microphone's not close enough to him or something. It's,
I'm looping.
Yeah. Log out and log back in.
I have no windows open. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're running something.
Oh.
It's eating up all your bandwidth.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
So that wasn't the right one. That's speaker, microphone. Here comes Ed.
Yeah, I know it's too good to be true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's got a window open. We got 2 David Eskins now.
Just keeps getting better.
Yeah. Say something, David. Just don't sit there.
Test,
Yeah.
testing, test. You hear me then?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're passing the test. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we're all set, right?
Yeah, except I got 2 David Eskins up there. You got 2 windows open.
Where? I don't know how to shut them. How do I shut them? Let me see.
And if I
So-
boot you, you won't be able to get back on.
Hmm.
I
So
only
it's
see.
taking up a lot of bandwidth running 2 programs.
I only see one.
Well, let me see if I can. You're in gallery, aren't you? Yeah, gotta be. What is dynamic gallery? Come on. Dynamic gallery. Let's try that. There we go.
Okay, so I
There you go. You got
There you
I
go.
only see.
Okay, one away.
You all set? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Can
me
you hear
now?
me?
Can you hear me now?
All right. Hey, hey, Sparky, you still working, Sparky?
No,
Hello? Are you still? You're not?
no.
Oh, okay. I thought you were working still. All right. Hallelujah.
I'm working on getting my trailer ready for the season.
Good. All you lucky dudes get to go to the Nats, man. I live 5,000 miles away.
No, you don't. It's
yeah,
only
yeah, dude.
about 1,800.
That might as well be.
Yeah. Right. Trying to get Kestis. You know Kestis, right?
Yeah,
You ever heard of Kestis?
I know who he is. Yeah.
Getting him to go, but he I want to get him to go. Yeah. He wants to fly and then drive from Chicago. No, I'm not going to do that.
That's only a 2-hour drive.
Oh well.
Maybe
Yeah,
3.
it is, huh?
Yeah, 3 Chicago to Indianapolis, about 3 hours, 3.5 maybe. Closer from us, closer than
Right.
our drive to the Nats.
Huh. Yeah, I finally got my airplane turned off. For the most part. Pain in the butt. Where's everybody at? Where's Bobby Hunt, man?
I have no clue.
Joe Gilbert. I haven't seen Joe on for a couple of weeks either.
Yeah, I think he has the same problem you had.
Okay.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to haul some wood and insulation here next week.
Okay, I haven't
Like,
actually been cleared to drive yet, but I think I could.
I don't. You guys with your, I don't understand. Cleared to drive, man. You ain't doing nothing. You just put your hand on the wheel and go.
Oh,
It's supposed to be two hands on the wheel, 10 and 2.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
happens if you
yeah.
only have one?
yeah, right.
All right, 12
Look at the
o'clock.
calendar here.
Yeah, 12 o'clock then.
Well, that's all right. We'll figure something out.
Well,
I need some insulation for the trailer and some flooring and some thin wood. I won't, you won't lift nothing. Obviously, you can't lift anything.
right. Let's see.
No big deal.
Maybe Wednesday.
Whatever. Have you flown since you got your arm in a sling?
No. Nope, haven't flown, haven't done nothing. Can't build anything. Certainly can't sand, so, you know, that doesn't
You can
bother
best
me.
bet if my arm was busted, I'd be building and sanding.
That you would.
I bought a 3,300 watt generator. I got my 1,000 watt inverter. I also got a 500 watt inverter. I'll only do the 1,000. I'm gonna do some solar panels on top of the trailer
Oh,
and
cool.
fit it out. And I got a battery coming and a door, side door. So it'll be a
Oh,
little.
you're gonna cut a door into the side?
Yeah,
That'll make it a lot easier to load and unload.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a window in it too. It'll be just like a little travel trailer inside, only
Yeah,
little less stuff in there because I got to get the airplanes in. Gonna design
Right.
it to fit airplanes,
right.
but I'll have power at Brodax. You've never been there? Now,
Nope.
Ed, you know where I camp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no power out there.
No.
I got to supply myself power.
Yeah. And that.
I got a
Well,
big
heck,
industrial fan I'm gonna bring.
yeah, I'll bring one of my generators. I've got a couple generators that I can bring that I don't really need, but if somebody needs some power, at least you could do something with it.
Well, I got 3,300 watts I'm gonna be able to put out. That's plenty.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize for not seeing me. That's basically for almost 5 months. If I was lucky to get 500 to 600 steps a day, I was doing good. And so the last 2 weeks, I've been going from 3,000 to 5,000. But boy, let me tell you, does my body let me know what the hell have you been doing?
Wow.
And that, yeah. So, you know, I was one-legged for how many months?
Yeah, that's more difficult than one-armed.
Yeah, you lose all your core strength, you lose the leg strength. So, you know, but it's all good so far.
Did you have any physical therapy?
Yeah, yeah. But actually, really, after a couple of weeks, it really wasn't necessary because I could do everything that they were having me do as far as I had all the range of motion. It's just trying to stand and balance yourself.
Mm.
And that walking's no problem, but go stand still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's getting better. And that, but no, it's been beating me up, and I've been turning in pretty early. And tonight I was like, no, I gotta at least come on for a little bit. And it's not good to see you guys and really enjoy being part of it and stuff. So
I haven't seen Mark in a while either.
No,
Hey, guys.
what's going on, Mark?
I'll get
Hey,
my
Mark.
phone to fall down. Yeah. Not much, just staying busy at work, you know, and same with Ed, still having some recovery issues, but between work and stuff, pretty good. Yeah.
Are you in a motel now?
Yeah. I'm in Newark of all places. Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I had to do a
armpit of
couple.
America.
Yeah, hey boy.
It's not the armpit, that's the butthole, and all you gotta do is open up the door and smell.
That's
right.
California. Sorry.
And it's hairy too, because yeah, I went out to the grocery store earlier, and even just in an Uber, it was like, I hope this thing don't break down because I won't never make it out of here alive.
You been fitting to get on the bus?
Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of line checks on some of our guys out to Bermuda, and it's a shame. It's a shame I'm not out there more than like 3 hours. It's a pretty nice,
Well.
pretty nice place. I've been working in shops, trying to get. I'm kind of like you, Spark. I got 3 projects going, and every time I get started on something, something comes up.
Well,
Work or
I made the decision to go ahead and finish the projects that I got going before I started another. I've been starting them. I got to finish them.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you. Yeah.
I don't know whether you were watching my last video. The guy said, I said, I'm going to finish them. And within, I'd say 10 minutes, he says, what happened to the Aries?
I heard it. Yeah, like you said, you're gonna put the areas aside. You're gonna paint the profile. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. I got a little bit of show and tell. Maybe if I can figure out on my phone here. It seems
Chat. Minnesota Mike says that he talked to Phil and he's had shoulder surgery too.
oh wow.
So that's
Yeah, that
why he
seems that seems to be the oh come on, phone. You enjoy seeing my finger run across that camera.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. There we go. I just got to be smarter than the phone. That's pretty tough sometimes.
I actually had to interview a guy and he used his phone like that. The whole interview, he was holding it in his hand and it was shaking all over the place. And it's like, oh, and I'm going to hire this guy?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep.
I hate to see wrenches in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it says sharing is not on yet, Spark. Maybe.
Well, ask me to share because I can't figure out how to turn it. They've changed this thing.
Oh, yeah. It says only the host can share in this meeting. So
Let's see, enable remote control for all applications. No, that ain't it. Screen share frames per second. No. Somebody asked me to share. Steve, hit the button for me to share because then I can open it up.
Okay.
Okay, Mark, you can share now.
let's see. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see. Screen. Start broadcast, I guess. I don't know.
Wait a minute. What are you going to broadcast? A video?
No, just photos.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So now you guys there. Now just going to go to the right screen. Is that right?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay.
Just don't share no phone with or music or
No.
copyrighted video or none of that stuff.
Yeah, sorry. I thought I had it opened up, but it closed. So is that up now?
Yeah, magician and some other stuff.
Okay. Well, like I said, I've been working on this Hinkel 112. It was a German fighter that was in the running when the ME 109, about the same time. Yeah. I think I may have showed you some of these. Yeah. And obviously a profile. This will be my profile for the Nats. This was the first attempt, and I had a really bad. Oops, there's Charlie. Hey, John.
When was that?
A couple months ago. Yeah, he's in Kansas now.
He's not flying at all, is he?
No, I think they were going to have I saw a message the other day. They were going to do a surprise birthday party for him for something, but I was kind of out of town. Dave might have went, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I think he's doing well. He's getting around and everything, but just, yeah, it happens to all of us, I guess, at some point, right? Yeah. Anyway,
Where he really went downhill, well, he
Yeah.
started going downhill when Alan Brickhouse passed away.
oh yeah, that's right. That's
And
right.
then when Jim Lynch went, that's it. Kind of
Yeah.
give up, I guess.
Yeah. Now you can see there, I had a nice automatic turn built in on that wing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
And Hedro.
God. And it come off the board straight, even, and I said, okay, I'm good. I kept building and got to looking at it before I was mounting the fuselage. And it's like, hey, that's not going to work. So built another wing. Um, oh, and a quick shout out to Sparky's website. Yeah. I ordered, of course, the rod ends and the carbon rods from your site or your store. Yeah.
And the ball links.
Yeah, the ball links, and it really worked out well. And I used your idea about the aluminum, yeah, casing, so to speak, around the carbon. Yeah. So yeah, and I had been having trouble just trying to get a right combination, but anybody listening, those ball links on his site, they're really nice. Yeah.
They're way freer than Dubro ball links.
Oh yeah, they're not heavy, and I think it's an M4, an M4.
Yeah, they're 4 millimeter.
Yeah, socket head, and I just hacked off the head, and yeah.
The nice thing about those ball links is, well, they're for helicopters. They're not for airplanes.
Right.
They're so loose. I mean,
Yeah, it seemed like, yeah. Yeah, and just put together well. There's no plastic in there. You got that brass insert or whatever that holds the ball in or whatever. So,
right.
yeah, yeah. And a 440 goes right through. So, everything matches up well if anybody's looking. That's where to get them. Yeah. Okay, that's after, I think that's the new wing.
Get rid of them wheels. They weigh too much.
That was my last my new thing. I know they're pretty heavy, so I was gonna see how they look, but yeah, I think you're right. I'll end up with I got plenty of lightweight wheels, but yeah, I just like the look. But then when I actually started feeling, I'm like, well, yeah, okay, that's gonna take my vertical CG in a mess. So
Dubro makes a wheel that has that same tread pattern. They look pretty close to the same.
okay.
Those are scale wheels that you got on there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Anyway, so got through the wing issue, and then ended up having a stabilizer issue. It warped too. So I found some, I guess it's pretty light wood, but it was kind of punky in some places. So
Well, do yourself a favor. Don't build up the stabilizer.
well, I didn't.
Good job.
Actually, when I went back, I said, okay, look, I'm just chasing my tail here. Yeah. Now, we were talking about superfill and stuff the other day, and you'll see here in a minute. When I put silver on, I got this blister that was like a half-inch tall, and my fault, obviously. And what I did is, I wiped it on, got it there nice, and I went, oh man, that looks pretty smooth. Why not just smooth it out some more with some more alcohol? Yeah. And I believe that was the issue. Well, anyway, I'll get to the blister in a minute. It covered pretty well. I guess that was some medium from Brodak that I'd had from a long time ago.
You do know that superfill goes on after the silk span, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like I say, I'm gonna make a post one day of at least the 1,000 mistakes I've made. Yeah. But anyway, it's all good and fun. But yeah, and I understand why. You know, that makes a difference. Yeah. Um,
It's looking good.
yeah, you know, like I say, it's the shop is just goodness.
Hey, Sparky, he was talking about your going through your site to buy things. I
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
find what to click on. I was trying to do it the other night.
You mean how to get to the site?
How do I get to the store?
Oh, well, it's on Stunt Hangar actually.
Right.
Yeah, he's got it pinned to the top of
I think it's open for him.
Yeah,
Or the
open
home.
forum. Check
Okay,
out my Amazon store. Click on the first link to the
Oh,
left.
open forum. Okay, I was looking on the main page up at the top and down below. Okay,
no.
now, okay, I got you because I know I went to it before and that.
Yeah.
So, okay, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sorry
there's
to
three
interrupt
different categories there. Click on the first one to the left. It has everything in it.
Okay.
Just start going down through. And do me a favor, if you're going to order something from Amazon, click on that link first and then search for what you're looking for, and I'll get a cut if you buy
Yeah.
a car tire.
That's what I was trying to do. Okay.
Yeah, because when I went through the other day, I clicked on it again for some other stuff. So yeah, it's just I may as well support the people you know, right? Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Trust me,
And
I ain't getting rich on that. I've made $100 in about 6 months.
that's all
Wow.
right. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind what you make as long as I get what I need. I don't care. Now, we went back to the solid stabilizer there, as you can see.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, and there's in silver. Now the work begins because you think it looks smooth and nice, right? And then put color on it. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a very important trick of the day.
Please.
Don't use silver.
Well,
Use light
Kind of
gray.
late now.
well, no, when I say silver, that's my base coat actually.
Don't use silver. The reason being is it has poor adhesion. When you put dope over the top, you paint your white on or whatever color you're going to paint it, and then you
Right.
put tape on it. When you pull the tape off, it'll separate the dope from the silver. Don't use silver.
Okay. Well, there you go. Lesson number,
20.
5,010. But that's
If you,
most
if you
of
go back and you watch Windy videos, you'll see a guy named Rich Gacabone, which he was a super nice man, really nice guy. He built a beautiful Stuka. They had so much problem using Windy's a silver lover. He's got to silver
Right.
everything out.
right.
Well, first off, it's heavy because it's aluminum ground powder in there. And second
Right.
off, it has the worst adhesion of any paint out there. So if you're going to use silver, make sure that you over thin the dope. So instead of 60-40, you make it 75-25 so that the dope penetrates down through the silver into the base. Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll lift the paint right off of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And a lot of this is going to come right back off just because, like I say, I saw all kind of just little places. But anyway, but yeah, there's the blister.
I want to know how to fix it.
I'm just sanding the crap out of it down. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Take an X-Acto knife and slit down the center
Yeah.
and wick some thin set CA in there and then sand it smooth.
Okay. Yeah. That'll work. Yeah. But anyway, I just thought that it was kind of a not your typical profile, and kind of a fun build. Let's see what else is on
Yeah,
there.
that's one of the things I like about with the control line world is all the different things that we do in
Yeah.
that. You're not taking out what everybody else has got.
Yeah, and that's the
Or you don't have to, at least.
yeah. That's what we got the plans from. We just got the line drawing offline. Yeah. And other than the wing, I mean, this wing had a little bit of dihedral in it, and but obviously we just moved that up.
Dihedral bad in control line.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's a let me see if I stop share here somewhere.
course, there was a guy who did a Corsair that has a gull wing type affair. It flew okay. I guess he had a couple 100 pounds of tip weight in it. I don't know.
Okay. All
Hey,
right.
Brendan, I heard that you guys crashed your airplane. Is that right?
To some people we did, but for the rest of the people that read all the way down the post,
That's right.
no, we did not.
April Fools, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It looked pretty good though, I have to admit. But when I saw all the dots, so I said, okay, maybe, and got to the bottom. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm not on Facebook, so I didn't read it. It was just told to me.
Yeah.
yeah. So initially it said like, I can't believe that in all caps. And then we just created a whole bunch of dots going forever until it finally got around to a point on Facebook where it says read me or read more. Sorry, read more. And then it said like, I can't believe that you fell for this April Fool's joke or something like that. And
yeah,
you know
but that's proof in the pudding about people not reading the entire thing, right? You know, they read the headline, read the headlines, just like daily news. Read the headlines, and you'll just you'll check out for the day.
Yeah, and we got a lot of people that were given like sad faces and like, oh my gosh, you'll get support, you'll work through this, and then there were a handful of foreign folks that chimed in that I don't know if there's April Fool's Day and where they're at, or if they knew kind of what was going on. So yeah, it was, you had a mix of people that understood it and got the laughs, and then others that seemed to be lamenting with us.
Yeah, there used to be a big deal April Fool's Day, and people making little jokes, but it's kind of fell off the wagon a little bit. But there were some others that was on there that I said, okay, I better read all of this because
the best one I seen on YouTube so far was this dad got his three girls standing out there waiting for the bus. And he comes out and he said, how's your day going? She said, oh, they're going good. He said, what day is this? The one girl's oldest says, it's back to school day. And he goes, no, what's the date? And then the other little one says, it's April 1st. And then the big one went, oh, it was great.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I feel really bad. We sent that image with the broken plane initially to Todd Lee. That was the first one we tried it out on, and Todd's right there with us, emotionally invested in what we're doing. And Todd was he's a pilot too, so he already told us he was on West Coast time and he'd be sleeping and getting some sleep. So I sent it while he was sleeping. Well, he kind of did that, hit the nightstand thing, take a look. And you could tell that he was worked up over it. He called us. I missed him initially, but he called us, and I started talking. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like he was really chewed up with it. And I let it go for about 30 seconds trying to work it, but then I was like, I just can't do that to this guy.
Gotcha, Todd.
Yeah, gotcha. And he's like, I'm not going to be able to sleep anymore. Yeah, not going to be able to sleep after that. But
we lost Gary Sinclair. What happened to him?
Todd's got a good sense of humor anyway, so that's good. Yeah.
What happened to Gary?
Yeah, but I felt like I put him through the ringer on that one. Hey, I'll share that I know it was mentioned a couple times we've been on here in the last couple of weeks, but that climb and dive timer with the emergency stop feature where you pull 3 times, we queued that up on our plane, and it's been really helpful. We've been caught in some windy, hairy situations where we just wanted to pull it down, or we actually were up in Angstrom interviewed yesterday with the Pittsburgh news, like the sports folks. And,
I saw that.
Yeah, he's going to get a little segment up in Pittsburgh, but they were trying to get capture different images and stuff, and they wanted us to take off a couple different times. So yeah, we got the thing up and then just yanked it 3 times, pulled it on down. Okay, you want us to go again? Here we go. So it's a nice feature to have, to be able to just. And we were looking to do some trim flights on a new handle with it the other day, and actually, shockingly, you didn't have to change it, did you?
Change it. No,
you didn't change a thing, but it was just ready to go. But yeah, we could have lessened all those flights down to 20 seconds if you needed to just keep doing trim modifications. So it's a really nice feature.
Cool. Yeah.
Bob, Gary sent a chat. He says my Wi-Fi went down. Be back in a few.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to message him. What the hell happened to him?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We got any chatters on there, Steve?
Let's see. We had Steve Berry said, hi, everyone. Just got a chance to join. Minnesota Mike says, I talked to Phil. He had shoulder surgery. Roy Lane said, good evening, like given. That's it.
I guess Denny's having shoulder surgery soon too, right?
Yes, he is. And
Who?
it's going around. Denny Adams.
Oh, I need it too. I really do. I mean, it cracks when I go like that.
Mm.
I need a Zert fitting, drill a hole and put a Zert in there.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like 4 holes that drilled in me for that.
Yeah, my shoulders are okay. It's just from the chest down. Everything is just
Yeah.
it's a mess.
So you are going to the Nats, Mark?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
be up there.
cool.
And again, I won't be ready again. But anyway, it always happens this time of year. I think, okay, great. I got this many weeks to go, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Those
life
weeks
happens.
just vanish.
Work happens, and they doubled up a lot of work stuff, and it's like,
So that means I'm going to get a short out of it, and that's the end of that.
yeah. Yeah, yep, that's right. Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't need to do that again. I checked that box. Yeah. 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 That's still I still think it was funny. There were some people that thought, oh man, like, dude. We all laughed about it. Yeah.
What am I going to do? No.
Well, exactly, right? Nah, it was.
Yeah, and that's the end of that.
But yeah, it was great. You didn't miss a beat, and that's the end of that play. Like, subscribe. Oh, well,
I only got 20 years doing this. I better figure it out.
right, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad that I think the profile event is probably they'll get some participation in it.
Yeah,
Did,
I think so.
did the 100% take away classic, or did I?
No.
Oh, okay.
And 30.
Okay.
And 30, yeah.
And 30's
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
So the old time classic and profile.
Well, it ain't gone. It'll be back next year.
Right.
You think?
Probably so.
Hope so. I got to keep the trophy. I called up.
Well, that's right.
Oh yeah, you did.
Well, if you don't have it anymore, it's a great house ornament for you, right?
Yeah,
Not
good
really.
dust collector.
It's in the box.
It's
Oh,
It's in the box because I don't want to have to clean it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I just pull it out. Let's see. I got a plaque around here somewhere. There are 2 plaques over there.
Oh yeah. 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 Well, I think, and that's all going to be on what, Monday, right? No, I'm sorry, Sunday.
Sunday.
Everything's Sunday. That way,
All
Monday.
unofficial is on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Beginner, intermediate, and old time classic and profile.
Yeah. That way, that gives Monday better time for guys to get over to the.
That's the idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly why it was done.
Yeah.
The idea was it takes a day away from us.
Well,
Well,
we did. Yeah, we lost
originally-
Saturday a couple of years ago.
Yeah. That really pushed everything into
Yes, it did.
a jumbled mess. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they tried to get it back, but
Yeah, I think Mark Weiss tried more than
Oh, I'm
once.
sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
He fought it and then he tried to get it back, but
Ugh.
we only got so much pull,
Yeah. What about you, Steve? You got anything built or building rather? Excuse me.
Well, currently, no.
Didn't you build a Genesis? No,
No, Crossfire.
Crossfire.
Yeah, I got that. That's done. I built that over at Stunt Hangar Stunt Works. Stunt
Oh, that's right.
Works.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
we
year ago
documented-
now.
Yeah, we documented some of that. Now I got a profile Cavalier that I got to finish.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I did none of the work on his airplane.
And you
Good.
can tell. And you can tell. Oh, you can tell.
Well, yeah, I've
It's
figured
rough.
out I have the amazing ability to take a nice woodwork built airplane, you know, and finishing it, turning it into an avocado.
Oh, no.
Not
Oh,
that
my.
bad, but there's definitely some learned technique that I'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, Sparky taught me a lot, but a
Oh,
lot
no
of it,
doubt.
you got to practice. You got to do it more than once.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Gary Sinclair says maybe not. See you later. I
Oh,
guess
man.
he's having technical issues.
We can probably count on one finger the amount of times Gary hasn't been
That's
in
right.
years.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's coming back.
There we go.
There he is. You made it.
Didn't know whether it was going to come back or not, but
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
no, I just waited for it and I saw where it came back.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
able to get it on the phone, using the satellite there. So
Oh boy.
at least I was able to text him.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
about getting Starlink.
I've heard about it. I've heard that it's good, but
we lost your video, Mark.
yeah, I'm actually, when you were talking about your Crossfire, I'm building a Fox.
Bonfire.
Wow.
No.
It's called a Foxfire.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Starring Clint Eastwood.
that's right. It was John Cochran. I went to the the airplane Bibles, the wind books, and just opened it up and just said, okay, just thumb through, put my finger on it, and said, okay, that one. Yeah. Now if I can figure out how to share again without let's see. Share photos. What did it do now? Okay. Sorry. One day I'll be smarter. Okay, can you see that now?
Nope.
No,
Just you.
just me. Okay, that's sad. Let's try again. Share photos. Good grief. What about now? You seen any photos?
Nope.
Oh man,
Just you.
what am I doing? All right, let's try this again. Share photo. Oh, screen. Disregard.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. You seeing that now?
No,
Negative.
Nope.
you got to broadcast.
Man, I thought I were, but obviously I were not. All right, share screen, right? Start broadcast, screen broadcast rather, excuse me. How about now? Can you hear me now?
It's loading.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's working on it.
It's thinking.
It may be the Newark.
Oh, there you go. Now you're getting somewhere.
Okay.
There they are.
We're getting there. Hang on, I get to the right one. Sorry. I opened it up. Uh, albums. Ah, geez. Sorry, guys.
There's a lot of
Hey,
information.
Sparky,
What?
did you get rid of those engines?
Not all of them.
Huh?
Not all of them.
I bet you got a. I'm sure you got rid of a lot of them, huh?
Not a lot of them either. About 5 so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, if you can see that now, that was Jim Cochran. It's actually one of Dave's old flying buddies. Yeah. 87 Nats called a Foxfire. Yeah. See, still chippy. Well, anyway, I thought I had some more pictures of it, but that's the attempt on the Foxfire. So yeah, that's another one that's a project in the works, and yeah, I got the wings covered, and I'm ready to start hoping to not turn that into an avocado. Yeah, there's a chippy I built. And there you go, Sparky.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
That's the end of that. that was the airplane.
Oh, okay. And that's the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool, guys. If there's anything else in here worth print? Probably not. That was a cool thing over with Jim Lee one day.
Shit.
I guess they had a whole series of these things with Uncle Sam and a couple of other things. There's Dave's bear. And Jim with his imitation, I think. And my cat. Okay. Anyway, and that was a cool thing. That's in Paderborn, Germany. And they almost have it ready to fly, from what I understand.
You going to Brodex, Mark?
No, I wish I could. I just, just can't make it happen. Yeah, I need to. I mean, it's one of those things that I haven't been up there, and it's obviously something not to miss, but I'm missing it. Yeah. It's not a bad drive, is it, Sparky, from you? I mean, we're 4 hours from you, but what is it from St. Louis?
About 11.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. 5. Yeah, about 10, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So it ended up probably like 15 for us.
Well, Joe Gilbert makes it.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. It wouldn't be a bad trip. It just, again, uh, work and life happens. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I hadn't seen the in a while. How'd your
Yeah,
weight? How did your weight turn out? I know you said it was going to be kind of heavy, but
it's heavy. I wish I would have built up the wing. It's heavy.
Oh, okay. And you think it was a wing?
Oh, I know it's a wing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If I cut the wing off and built a new wing, I could lighten it up by 10 ounces.
Wow. Like you make a clip wing version out of it, right?
No, you gotta have the wing area.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah, but what about the Aries?
Yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it.
What about the others?
That'll be like, what's that airplane in the background now for the next 5 or 6 meetings,
Yeah.
for Bob.
And what was the one that people kept asking you about? a twister or something?
Yeah, that's over there too. I gotta finish that project.
You got a bunch.
Yeah, Twister can go together. The problem is my situation with Chris,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. That's home life. Like I say, life happens. I get that. My wife had a gallbladder issue here not too long ago, and yeah,
Mm.
and even though not serious stuff, but geez. Yeah.
you're gonna take it out, you don't need it.
Oh yeah, they yarded it out pretty quick, and they were um, maybe a TMI for YouTube. But when they took it out, the doctor comes back and he goes, "I've never seen one. It was solid white." And
Did
it's
you ask
supposed
him,
to be.
can I keep it?
Yeah. Yeah. I said, well, put it in a jar, and he just kind of laughed. Oh, and he didn't take it as a joke. Well, those have to go to pathology. And I said, yeah, okay, guy, I know. It was a joke. But he said solid white like that meant that it was basically dead. Somehow the
Wow.
blood flow was cut off to it, and so caught it just in time. But,
Wow.
yeah, she's a tough one. That's all right. Yeah. And how long ago did you do your surgery, Steve? A week or so ago, or something like that?
Let's see. It's been almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks Monday.
Yeah. And then have you already started physical therapy, or gonna?
No, that starts on week 4.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I did the first follow up with the doctor. He said the tear was worse than the
They thought.
MRI and the imaging indicated. Yeah, he said they had to do some additional
Yeah.
work in there, but he didn't charge me anymore for it.
You
Oh,
think?
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It was all arthroscopic, just
Sure.
a few holes, but it's still.
Yeah. Well, just thank goodness for insurance, though, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Medicare.
with my cancer things and the surgeries and
Mhm.
them yarding out half my insides and stuff, it was $900,000.
Oh my God. Oh man.
Well, I had some slight complications, but I couldn't believe it. And so,
Well, that's kind of like when you got a cat or a dog or whatever, and they got to have surgery, and it's $10,000. Nah, we'll just go get another $5 dog. You can keep that one.
that's right. Put it down. It's funny. I got a bunch of old horse buddies were saying, well, shoot, man, if it gets too bad, they'll just put you down. Yeah, okay. You can't pay the bill, they'll just put me down. Don't worry.
We'll get us another free cat. No need.
Yeah.
I don't use my phone often here, so I'm trying to figure out gallery mode. Ed, how's your business going if you're still here?
Oh, well, crazy busy and
I
stuff.
bet.
I got guys going all over the place and turning jobs down and stuff. And companies are waiting for us now, so it's a good thing to have.
Yeah, in aviation, it's 100% correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty fortunate. A couple of weeks ago, I was going to come on because remember that near collision over in, was it Teterboro, LaGuardia? Remember hearing about that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that was that was my buddy.
Oh really?
He was in the Lair 75, and it was it was a GA plane,
Right.
and stuff, and that, and I was trying to look for what he posted, and I couldn't find it, but he was pretty upset, and I don't blame him,
Yeah.
and that, and
They-
so he says, "I will." So for once, the tower, I'll call you when I land.
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah.
stuff. It's normally the other way around. Call us when you land,
Oh, that's
sir.
right. Here's a number for you, ready to copy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, did he have TCAS?
that's what saved him.
Yeah, I was fixing to say that's you know.
And I forget what he said, but it was as close as, I want to say 400 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have definitely been yelling at him there. Um,
Yeah.
what was the other airplane? I remember seeing the incident.
A single engine GA plane.
Yeah.
I forget it. Was it a Piper or was it a doggone Cirrus? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna talk to you guys about that. So that was something. But no, we're staying busy. I asked the guy. I asked to go to Serbia.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
There you
He's like,
go.
well, you know what? We're kind of busy right now, guys. My next date would be about April, and that's like, no, we'll find somebody else.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
but had a guy stuck. Well, guys just getting back from Turks and Caicos. Poor guys.
Oh, yeah.
You go to do one thing, and then something else happens, and something else happens, and something else happens.
Yeah, then sometimes you got to wonder about that, right? Yeah, are
Yeah.
you guys like eating these parts or what?
Yeah, they get. Well, you know what the old saying in the military was: if you have a straight pin and you stick it in a wire bundle,
Oh, that's right.
airplanes are grounded pretty quick.
That's right. Or the old pin pusher routine where you push a couple pins back. We found people doing that a long time ago.
Oh, I did a brand new King Air for the military, and it had DME problems, and I was the third guy to work on it, and I took it and I found in the big cannon plug, the center pin was not locked in.
Yeah, just push back. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, one of those intermittent things.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I hated new airplanes.
Oh,
It takes
well, yeah.
it takes you 6 months to a year to straighten them out.
Yeah. We had a new Camaro.
Isn't that center pin usually a ground?
On this one, it wasn't. It was power, I believe.
Okay, well,
But you're talking about 70 pins, probably.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I've seen them on F-14s. They're like 4 inches around, big old plugs.
Oh, yeah.
10,000 neat pins in there.
Yep.
That's right.
I sure like looking at the wiring on those F-14s, though. I mean, it's so neat. Even though they're all white wires with tracers, everything is so neat. It's just perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, new airplanes and new airplanes. We had actually a 350i. This has been several years ago. It was in Africa. Yeah. And landed. I heard like a pop noise somewhere when we were in the descent. And it didn't sound too bad, just like maybe some oil canning or something in the fuselage,
Right.
And I got down and the guy I was training, he did the walk around and come around and he goes, go look at the right wing. Okay. Well, we hit something. He goes, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Yeah. I look over there. It was about 6 inches top and bottom, expanded.
Ooh.
Now, new airplane. What had
Yeah.
happened? What had happened is they had left a cap, an AN cap, on one of the vent lines for the tank, and we cross-fed fuel in flight, and the tank wouldn't vent. So
Yeah.
it just made a balloon out of the wing. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
man.
new airplane. And Beach crashed
Yeah.
into somebody over and tore it apart. And he got in the middle behind the feeder tank up in the nacelle and pulls out a AN nut with a flag on it, going,
Wow.
we'll be eating this one.
Well, when I was over in with Malaysian Airlines, I was with the new 747-400s, and we had an engine stall. change the engine, some more stalling. Change the engine, and this is per the airlines' request.
Sure.
Now we're on the third engine change. We said, no, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
And so we hooked up cameras, was monitoring the engine, and it's like, this is airframe, and they had to go into the wing, and a big dust cover every once in a while would slam shut the fuel.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
it was getting starvation and stuff.
Wow.
Interesting meetings to go to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
When they see you, it's like, oh, here's Mr. Pratt and Whitney. What are you gonna do, guy? And
right.
luckily, my buddy was the main guy for the airline. I was a backup, and my main thing was taking care of the APU and then backup for the 4000s and stuff. And yeah, it was an interesting time, especially when you're sitting in with all the guys in engineering and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you just crack me up. You think new airplanes and new technology and stuff like that it's easier. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Good question for you guys, both of you, Mark and Ed. When this has been 30 years ago, when I wasn't in the Navy at the time. I was, out in the private working in a motorcycle shop, but I had a gunnery sergeant who ran the test nacelle at the Yuma Marine Corps Air Station.
I know
Oh,
you.
wow.
And he, the test cell that I'm talking about then, right?
Sure. The engine test cell, yeah.
Right. We went on base in the middle of the night, and we were running up a F4 engine, a Phantom.
Oh, cool.
And the problem with this motor is when you push the throttle forward, it had a pop.
It's a compressor stall.
Yeah, compressor stall.
What the hell would cause that? We couldn't figure it out.
Sometimes it's inlet issues, air inlet issues.
IGVs, if it has IGV.
Yeah. Inlet guide vanes is what he was talking about. But I've seen heavy crosswinds sometimes, in the airplane, of course, but heavy crosswinds can cause a compressor stall as well. Because if it's pop, 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 like one right after the other, it could be a stuck oh, now the brain just went blank. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that was a compressor stall, and most likely.
And I don't remember if it had bleed valves during that portion, because
that's what I was just trying to get out of my head. That a bleed valve. If the bleed valve sticks,
a lot of the engines sparky. The compressors are so efficient that during start and during a certain lower power range, you have to off bleed air. And you can really tell it on some of the engines. And then depending on the engine and the power setting, they're supposed to close at a certain percentage.
Right.
And
I don't remember who made that engine, but I'm thinking General Electric.
Well, it's GE. GE's GE 79.
79, yeah, 79. Yeah.
Dash 15 or dash 18, I think. Yeah.
But we ran it up a few times and popped it a few times in the middle of the night. Drunk. I was a civilian. I wasn't supposed to be in there, but because I was an airplane guy and motorcycle guy, he was a motorcycle guy, and
yeah.
So everybody around there was going deaf later in life, whether they knew it or not.
Oh, I'm deaf. I can barely hear. I mean,
oh sure. Anybody that's been around aviation, especially jets and military and stuff like that, there's you've got a high frequency hearing loss. You may not realize it, but
Oh, I got more than that. I can't hear shit.
Yeah.
I got, we used to put earplugs and mouse ears on, and standing next to it with your hand on the nacelle, and they'd run it up. You can feel it, but you just can't even think. It's so damn loud.
Yeah, double stuffed, but you still feel your brain vibrating. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Wow.
We got a Bearcat report coming.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, don't we?
Yeah.
Get that R2800 cranked up.
There you go.
Well, still working on control surfaces. This is the airplane as it was
Yeah.
a few weeks ago.
Ooh.
Control surfaces,
Ooh.
bad news. I had some paint peel off, so I fixed that. I got some new masks. So here's the start of the repair. Here's the end of the work on it. I got the lettering redone and fixed that, and then I put the ink line on it, and these are the elevators back here. So they're ready to get clear coated. The next thing I got to do is the flap, 2 long flaps. Those will take a little while, but I've been buffing the dark blue out with some Scotch Brite to get it nice and smooth before I put the clear coat on it. So
The red or the gray?
the gray,
Okay.
red is too
400.
rough.
Yeah.
Too rough, yeah.
Red's
And
400, gray is 600,
white doesn't do much.
because it's 1200.
Anyway, that's the Bearcat report for the moment.
Ooh.
Good stuff. Hey, Mark, do you use automotive clear, or what do you use for your clear, your top coat?
Well, I use Class Coat
Okay,
all the way, so it's Class Coat clear.
gotcha. Yeah.
And then since you're on here, Mark,
Oh yeah,
there's the canopy,
perfect.
and when I get the clear on it, then it'll be clear. So
That's
Yep.
right.
I hope.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
will
it,
be.
it definitely works. Yeah. Oh, it's been a year, so maybe a couple years or a couple nights ago, we were talking to make canopies, and and Mark told me that thing about sanding the canopy, and just sand it down, and then clear coat it, and it'll be nice and clear. And I'm like, okay,
If you don't sand the canopy, the clear will peel off of it.
exactly, yeah. And plus, but anyway, yeah, it's a great process. It works good. That was a great tip. Yeah.
I clear over my canopies with dope, but you got to be careful. You got to dust dope on, because if you
Right.
put it on thick, it'll melt the canopy.
It's like
Hmm.
make like a tack coat with the dope, like a light tack coat first.
Like about 500 light tack coats. I never flood
Right.
the canopy.
Okay. Yeah.
Get it on there and sand it off. Get it buffed out.
That'll work.
Yeah,
Well,
I think I'm
Sparky,
gonna paint it tomorrow.
yeah. What's
I-
your best fuel for those Super Tiger 60s?
Well,
What do you like to use?
I like Sig Champion, but you can't get it no more.
Right.
So if you call Rich's Brew,
Right.
have him mix you 10. He'll know what you're
Okay.
talking. The Sparky Bill, 10 nitro.
Yeah, I
10.
was using the Power Master 10%.
Okay. Yeah.
GMA,
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right.
and I've got a hot lead on where to get some more of that. So
Yeah. I've got enough. We're gonna mix. We're gonna mix a bunch of fuel for this year's season. And
Now the oils makes 50% synthetic, 50% castor, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, that's makes a big difference. Yeah.
No.
13.
Big Jim always said, when we were running Super Tiger 60 Sparkle, we always ran 5% in cold weather and 10% in heat.
Yeah,
And that
sounds
was
right.
just, across the board with a 12 rev up, 12.6 rev up, or a zinger.
I
Real
use a
simple and
13.6
straightforward.
rev up.
And they ran like, yeah, great setup.
Grrr.
Never failed. Yeah.
still got that 14.5 rev up that I cut down to 13.
Yeah.
Works really good. So I'm gonna
Well,
keep
what do
using
you
that.
run on yours? You have a Tiger 60, right, Mark? In that Bearcat?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you run? A 12.6? You rev up in it, or
He does
Yeah,
the
are you using a
13.5.
rev up?
I was trying to use a 13.6 and it was too fast, and I thought I had a 13.5 in my box, but I didn't. I left it back home. We were at a Brodex. Sparky gave me a 14.5 and here says, here, cut this down. So I went in the shop and cut it down to
Yeah.
13-inch and balanced it and everything. It worked great.
Oh,
That
cool.
makes it an EW.
Okay.
Right.
Makes
But
sense. Yeah, got that wide portion of the prop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit wider blade than the 13.5. So
I got a whole box of props I'm bringing to Brodak.
Hmm.
You got like any 11.6 or 11.5 EWs?
I do, but they're not for sale.
I know. Okay. Well, you never know. Somebody might find some rat hole in the corner. You open the box and goes, "Hey, look at this." Yeah, I've got a couple. So I just got to be careful.
I loaned an 11.6 EW to Jerry Hop before he passed away, and he took it out and broke it one flight.
Yeah. That's one prop that just an EW series. I don't know. It's almost nobody's made a mold, and of course, there's no money in making that stuff anymore. But yeah, that would be one that would be nice to have recreated somewhere. That EW series.
Well, last time we were in, or maybe it was the time before we were in Tulsa, I don't know who gave it to me, but one of the guys gave me a 13.6 rev up out of carbon. It doesn't work the same. The magic is in the wood.
The wood. Yeah, that's really true. Yeah. And years ago I used to have one of those duplicators, like a Dremel duplicator.
Yeah.
But it's not solid enough, even though it's small work. But yeah. By the time you put it all together and make it work, it would be something just for your own use.
I just find, begging around, you can usually pick up a few props, whatever you need. So
Yeah.
it's a lot easier than trying to make your own. But
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Jim Lee's got a pretty good stash. He said that I might can find a way out of some of them.
Alan Buck gave me a few at Brodex a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Let somebody know if they're going to the Toledo show. It's amazing the stuff that people bring there.
Have they already had that? I think that was
No, that's in April this year. It's coming up soon.
Okay.
Last time John and I were there, we didn't see hardly anything there. A lot of RC stuff, but new stuff.
Right. Yeah. But you just never know what you're going to see in those swap meets.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out when that is because I'll be in Detroit in a couple of weeks. So yeah. Steve, you guys going to go to El Dorado?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna try to make it. That's the first weekend in May. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the early one.
Yeah.
Okay. No, actually, I'm going on a cruise in May.
Oh, yeah.
Alaska cruise with my wife and my brother and his wife.
Good stuff. Have you been on one of those before?
Never. No, they.
Good. It's really nice. You'll like it.
He and my sister-in-law talked us into it. So
yeah.
You better hope nobody gets COVID on it because everybody will have COVID.
Oh man, better hope that the airport situation is figured out by then.
We don't need TSA anyway.
Some airports have gone to private companies. They're not government.
Yeah. Well, it's a well, yeah. Won't even go into that whole.
They haven't caught one yet.
Yeah, sorry.
They haven't caught anybody with that. When they started that, I got on an airplane. I had to go to school. This was after 9/11. They had the TSA, and I had to go to school in Milwaukee. So I get on the airplane. I get to the hotel, and I'm sitting at the bar eating a sandwich, and I reach in my pocket. Oh shit! I got my buck knife on me.
Oh,
Went right through, right?
Yeah, went right through.
Mm, mm, mm.
I gave it to
I'm-
the barmaid.
Yeah, I've gone through when I'm just flying commercial and wasn't flying crew trips. I've gone through in my bag, and maybe was out shooting at the range the week before. I've gone through my bag and then got through and looked at the bottom and had like 4 or 5 45 rounds in the bottom.
Oh man.
What are you gonna do with it? Nothing.
Well, of course not. But the whole point there is like it went through the X-ray.
Mhm.
But I was stopped by TSA. I had a phone, and you remember those little? It's a round clock. It's about the size of a watch. I had it stuck. It was plastic.
Yeah.
I had it stuck to the back of my phone. They made me take that off and give that clock to the agent, or the trash or whatever.
Hmm.
They thought it was a bomb or something.
Wow. Yeah.
But I got through with my buck knife, my 110.
Yeah, there
Does
you go. Well,
anybody know what
good.
the story? Anybody
Go
know the story? Anybody know the story with batteries in TSA? I hear that you can only have three batteries for for electric motors. If you're flying, you can carry on 3, and that's it. Does anybody
I don't
hear
know what
anything different than that?
I don't know what the limit is, but you are required to have it in your carry-on. Yeah, because of the
carry-on,
fire
right?
issue. Yeah, yeah, but
The fire
I don't.
hazard, correct.
So I've
Brand new
researched.
one. There you
I-
go.
Yeah, I've researched this to the nth degree because that's the biggest question. Are we going to be able to get batteries over there? And so I've got Thunder Power 6S batteries that are 2,800. And the big issue is the watt hours. And so if you look on one of those batteries, I think it's like 65 watt hours on that battery that I just explained. And I think you can have up to 20 of anything under 100 watt hours.
Oh, okay.
But they then get concerned if
I'll
it's
carry on.
what's that?
It's all carry on though, right? It's all got to be
Yes.
carry on.
It's
Yeah,
carry
has
on.
to be carry-on.
Yeah, but for the size of batteries we're usually using, yeah, you should be absolutely fine. I think you have to cover the battery terminals. So we bought some covers to put on that. We're going to put them in individual Ziploc bags.
Those plastic, yeah.
I've printed out all of the FAA, TSA requirements so that like I'm ready to go to court, with it. I'm going to do everything humanly possible to make a case that these batteries, by every rule I've ever read, are capable of going through, and just hope I don't run into the jerk of jerks.
You know what might and it's certainly not required, but do you have a battery bag, like the charging bag? You have those?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure and explain that very well, and that if there was any issues, say,
Yeah,
look,
I have one.
I've already got it contained, so they have bags on the airplane for that, to throw
Yeah.
your computer and your phone in, and whatever, if it starts to cook off, but
Yeah. And then we've got 8 batteries like that, and so I'm going to take 4.
Split 'em up.
Tony's going to take 4, and we're going to split to different areas of they're trying to get through TSA. And again, I don't, by letter of the law, I don't see any reason these don't get through unless I just meet a jerk.
You better not take any shampoo.
Not over 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
I accidentally took some new bottles of epoxy with me last time around. I had them in my checked luggage the first time around, but coming back from California, they saw it and they confiscated it. So I was pretty bummed.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's total theater.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Hey, good seeing you guys. I got an early one tomorrow. Enjoyed it. Appreciate everything, and cheers to you all.
Good night, Ed.
Ed.
Take care.
Night, Ed.
Thank you.
Take care, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, these kids nowadays don't remember the day when you could walk your friend right up to the gate and watch him get on. None of
Way
that.
by. Yep.
Yeah.
Stand to watch the airplane be pushed off.
Yeah.
There's a cigarette in your hand too, right?
Yeah, with a cigarette in your hand, you could smoke on the airplane.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And like I say, it's all theater. If they really want to be secure, they do it like they do in Israel. They got a wall, and it's locked, you ain't getting through it, don't matter what, you know?
It's true. Yeah. Israel, I've gone out with Israel quite a lot, you know, and their security people, they're probably the smartest and most educated in security and threats than anybody. We go through and they do the little exit. They do the little exit interview, you know, and we were flight crew, but anyway, we were going out, you know, and the guy says, "Oh, well, where did you stay while you were here in our country?" And I said, "Well, we stayed at the David Intercontinental." Yeah, and he goes, "What room?" I don't remember. 420. Yeah. He goes, "Oh, how was your view?" Well, the view was partly water and a burned out old bar at the bottom. And he goes, "Oh, okay, thank you." And I had to ask after he was done. I said, "Okay, how did you know? What was the whole point?" He goes, "Because if you would have said you had a different view and the room didn't match up with that side of the hotel, I would have asked further questions."
Mm.
So the guy knew which side of the hotel that room was on and what you would see out the window. So
Wow.
I was impressed. Yeah.
People we got working at the airport can't get their face out of their phone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's one of my pet peeves. I travel a lot and going through the airport. Yeah. Their heads are down, they're in the phone, they're walking. Yeah. And they're usually standing in the middle of the aisle, you know. Yeah, and yeah, paying no attention to what's going on around them, you know, and well, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Makes me crazy.
Yeah, my fear of traveling with my Axioma is that I'd have to box it up, I think, twice. I don't trust the baggage handlers. You see videos of them throwing fragile cases around, guitar cases around, just throwing them. You know,
Yeah.
you know.
Now, did that
Gonna
come in
come
a
back
case?
with a-
Did that come in the wooden
Yeah.
box?
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I
I
have
mean,
a box for it. I do.
right.
I do have a box.
Lonke said his was pretty built pretty well, but yeah, I think I would be the same way. I would find
Yeah.
some way to strengthen the edges or
Right.
something. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys that are traveling, you need to get
People are
some of
saying, well,
this
just
stuff.
put-
This comes from, let me see. This comes from Wicks Aircraft. And use a trash bag. So you got your airplane in a box. And you put the trash bag over the airplane. You figure out the volume. And you mix these two chemicals together. And you pour this on the trash bag. Do it half full. And it'll fill that thing solid with foam. And then you
Right.
turn it over on the other side, put a trash bag on the airplane, and do the same thing. And so now you got two halves, solid foam, form fit to the airplane inside the box.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a really good idea.
this
Yeah.
stuff is not that expensive.
Hey, I was going to show off on our
Oh.
plane from Sherrod and kind of what we
Yeah.
did with our box here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys.
So watch the model there. So this is originally the hardwood box that he gave us. Let's see here. Might be able to open it up and show how thick it looks. So I don't know. That's probably 3/8 thick, whatever the outside of
Yeah.
it is. So 3/8 to start with. And then what we did, spent a lot of time because the plane that we had with Dennis got broke in packaging or in handling. So what we did here, I don't know if you can bring that, put that here to, we'll see, or at least maybe I can bring it a little closer. So this is what Sherrod originally sent us the plane in. It had this foam, and then it had these pieces of wood as the frame. Well, I just got really thick cardboard and used a bunch of Gorilla Glue and went around it. So now this is solid. And then for the lid, it's the same stuff. It's foam with the wood, and then it's got the cardboard outside. But then I've got Velcro straps that I'm putting over it. So if they feel the need to get in there, I guess they could. Yeah, this is what we're using to hopefully get it over there. Angstrom sat on this box the other day, no problem. So
that's your
Yeah.
outer casing, so to speak. That your regular wooden box goes inside that, and
yeah,
Yeah.
Lonke said he used the original box and then just a duffel bag of foam. But yeah, I thought this was kind of foolproof too. Just basically triple layer worth of stuff. Fingers crossed it gets there in one piece.
and on your guys' flight.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know what I did. I moved something on your guys' flight. You're going from what airport? You got one stop, right?
We got two. We're going from Pittsburgh to LAX, and then we'll get over to Sydney.
Sydney,
And
and then okay, yeah.
And then my understanding is Australia is basically the size of America. So basically, we're showing up in New York City and still got to fly all the way to LA to
Yeah.
get to Perth.
Yeah. Well, the good thing, one single flight from LA to the country of Australia, you can that's a little better. At least you know it'll get in country. Yeah, even if you have to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just make sure that when your airplane inside the wooden box that you pad that real well.
Yeah, the initial wooden box has a whole bunch of foam in there, and yeah, that it's basically in the same thing. Sharat sent it all the way from Uzbekistan to here. It's in the exact same thing, except we've then added that extra layer of cardboard on the outside. So
Yeah, it should be all right.
hope so.
Unless they drop it off the 10th story.
That looks pretty. That's for sure. I would trust that. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good system.
That
Yeah.
United Airlines commercial with the gorilla in the back room
Yeah,
was really cool.
that's great.
They had to take it off the air after a short time.
Well, yeah, there was actually litigation over that, I think. Yeah.
That was Sam. Wasn't it Samsonite suitcases? The gorillas were throwing them around.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't,
Might have been Samsonite, yeah. That was their training film. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So, Mark,
And
how hot was it at VSE?
pretty hot.
Yeah, I figured that.
Well, I mean, we kind of worked around it because it reached 101, I think, on Wednesday, and that's the earliest day that the temperature has ever exceeded 100 degrees
Oh, wow.
in Tucson in the spring. But we'd start at 7:30 pilots meeting, and then we'd be in the air by 8, and we'd usually be
Yeah,
done with all the rounds by 11:30.
yeah, that's
And by then the temperature would be up around 90 something.
right.
But then we all back to the hotel and stay cool. And
Right. Well, R90 is Sparky's 70. Yeah. Yeah. 90 to him is like our 70 to us.
We're talking about using 5% or whatever from Big Jim. I don't ever fly in the cold, so I just get 10%.
There you go. Yeah.
I refuse to be cold. It's ridiculous.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to check out here.
All right.
I'll hope I can get back on Monday or whatever. I might be back home, but we're not sure. Yeah. Work is work.
good luck.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys.
See ya.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
See you.
There's John.
John Miller snuck in.
Yeah, dude. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
You going to the Nats this year, Mark?
Yeah,
You are? Okay.
I'm trying to work out
Is
my
Trostle
travel.
going too?
Who?
Is
Trostle.
Trostle going? Keith?
Oh, Keith. Yeah, I think so.
Is Trostle? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mark, we got you down as a judge.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just trying to figure out my travel because Brodex,
Yeah, it's
There's-
kind of
there's
close.
the 2 week gap in between the two of them. So
Yeah.
I'm probably going to try to hang out in Ohio with my son and grandkids for a week and maybe see my sister for a few days and
Oh, there you go.
go to the Air Force Museum and do a few other things.
That'd be nice.
And then
Yeah.
mosey on over to Muncie.
Okay.
Can't see trying to drive from Colorado to
No,
Brodax and back to Colorado and back to Muncie. And
Oh, yeah, that'd be brutal.
stop by Booter Park on the way home.
Ain't they a good girl? No. No.
What's that? Who's talking?
like Dave's talking to somebody.
Well, we only got about 15 minutes left of this show anyway. Let you guys want to hang out with
Oh,
Gary.
we got John
Hey,
Miller's gone
Gary.
already.
I just changed my calendar. So now I got
Yeah.
Skookalak month, April.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. And the little Joey there. We got 3 generations, 4 generations there, 3 generations.
3.
Wow.
Not many of those around anymore.
No.
Yep.
Hey, Brendan, you guys still building on that half A combat plane?
Half E.
Half E, sorry.
Yeah, we at the end of last show we had that wobble in it, and so we talked to Todd Lee. He suggested putting shear webs in it.
Mm.
That's the terminology he uses. I don't have never heard those before, but basically making a triangle out of the 2 sheets in the back, and then adding little spacers in between the holes there to make it one solid line. So we've got it all pinned down now, and have created the straight edge in the back that way.
There you go. Nice.
If
So-
you find my lost foam building video, you'll see that how that shear web works in the trailing edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where we're working on this evening.
Yeah, I learned that from watching Sparky do his.
Oh, we had a question for Mark Gerber. Mark, are you using Class Coat Clear? I thought you said that. When I used it over white, it yellowed.
Are you a smoker?
That was 3134 silver.
Well, I can tell you this, when I had my Continental XL hanging over my desk and, it was white and I put clear on it, within 5 years, it was yellow. I had to take thinner to get it off.
Yeah, I think the white on my original Bearcat is, I wouldn't call it yellow, but it's starting to drift toward ivory. But there's not enough white on that airplane to really bother me much about it. If it looks too bad, I'll just spray a whole bunch of soot around the exhaust.
He said, no, he's not a smoker.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, the guys that are, you say that you have a hard time with stains, airbrushing stains on. Charlie Reeves, Jim Lynch, and Tommy Looper. You need to get with those guys and learn how to use the chalk. They brush, they brush chalk on and then clear over the
Spray
top.
clear over top of the chalk. Okay.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Model railroad weathering technique.
Yeah, they're using
Right? Yeah.
black, white, gray. They make it gray and they just start putting the dirt stains all over it and then clear over it. Them guys were masters of it.
For scale airplanes?
They had them on their stunners. Tommy Looper had it on his mail delivery stunner. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, with the chalk like that, if you don't like it, you can rub it back off and
Right.
try again. If you use the airbrush, you're not so lucky.
Yeah, you're stuck. Just a thought. I don't think Al Rabe used chalk. I think he used airbrush.
Yeah, he did all that shadowing on his panels, and
Yeah.
he had a lot of time on his hands, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how
His
he turned out.
airplane
He
was
turned out
easier.
like one of those airplanes every year, and they're very complicated and very sophisticated, and the finishes look really good. And he put weathering on them and all kinds of ink lines, rivets, and so he was a very prolific builder.
Only one problem with Al's planes. Weight. They were heavy.
Very heavy, yeah.
Could you imagine flying an airplane? His critical mass is 104 ounces.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right out of his lips to my ear. 104 ounces.
It was a competitive airplane too, on top of it, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was a critical mass. I believe.
I don't
it
think he ever
was.
flew that in competition, did he?
No,
Even at that. Oh, okay.
that was one of his later airplanes as he was, he was kind of out of the Nats scene. And it's a nice looking airplane, but man, 104 ounces. Holy shit.
That pull your arm off.
Flew it really fast too. I know that. Pretty fast.
Had to fly it.
4
Didn't have
man
enough
laps,
wing.
5 laps.
There are
How many
things going
square
out there
What?
in the desert, John.
Well, we've had rain finally.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
We
good.
had a couple of days. It's rained last night a little bit. We're soaking it up. The ground is starting to not feel like hard pan anymore. It's starting to feel a little bit like
You
ground.
might get a desert bloom.
I wish we'd get some rain over here. Colorado's really
You're on the
dry.
wrong
It's going to
side
be a
of the
bad
hill
fire
there.
season.
You're on the wrong side of the hill.
Well, even the other side, I mean, the snowpack is way down to the worst it's ever been.
Yes,
Ski
it
areas are
is.
already closed, most
Yes,
of
it
them.
is. Same here.
And
Yeah.
we had 70-mile-an-hour winds today, gusts.
Ooh,
What's your Bearcat weigh, Mark? What's projected weight?
Well, the first one was 64 ounces with a little balance weight in it. So I think this one will be about the same.
How many square inches?
585.
Yeah, that's not a very big wing.
I know, but you never know it.
Well, and you're flying it a mile higher darn near.
You get down to the Nats, it'd be like flying at sea level.
Almost.
I know when we leave here, we're at 4,600 feet on average. And we go down to LA and we'll be like 60, 70, 80 feet above sea level. There at the Whittier Narrows, I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's like, you know, I use 0% nitro and
Yeah, many years ago, I had Rusty Brown transport my T-Bird out to Brodex so I could fly it at low altitude once because I had built it here in Colorado
uh-huh.
and had flown it at VSC, but that was the lowest I ever got. So I got to Brodex and I got it up in the air and I did a loop and I think it was about 20 feet in diameter. Just right
What is
around.
the elevation of Carmichael's, Pennsylvania?
Carmichael's is 1,004 feet above sea level.
1,004 feet.
Yeah, that's about right. And NASA's a little less.
Let's see what St. Louis is. What is the elevation of St. Louis?
St. Louis is 466 feet above sea level.
What is the elevation of Muncie, Indiana? 932.
800.
932.
What's the elevation at Whittier Narrows?
Elevation of Whittier Narrows, California.
Whittier Narrows is
100 feet. Sea level.
184.
Okay.
With no
Guess you
wind.
gotta go to
There's
Long
zero
Beach
wind.
to get down there.
So we're in good shape, Steve. We're at 466 feet above sea level.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was 600.
Well, let's see exactly what the elevation is at the field. What is the elevation of Booter Park in St. Louis?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the elevation of Buter Park in St. Louis. Check it out.
St. Louis.
Buter Park.
Yeah.
500 feet.
Booter Park typo. 413 feet.
Hmm.
So we're a little lower than the city of St. Louis. No wonder why we're flooded.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's going to
Yeah.
flood again. Got some rain.
I think the highest control line flight that I know of was Carl, what's his last name? He's
Shoot.
from Colorado. Shoot.
Carl Shoot.
Carl Shoot was going over the pass there and there's a big parking area and he took his half-8 combat out. I think it was 10 or 11,000 feet and flew it there.
Well, I can tell you what doesn't work. Danny Napolitano, and well, my dad used to take us to Dinky Creek in California to, on vacation. We'd, spend a couple of weeks camping. And Danny Napolitano and I came. He had a Voodoo and I had a Scat Rat, which was I don't know, you guys know it. It's a solid wing, a half-inch thick solid wing rat racer. I had a Torpedo 40 in it. We tried to fly it there in Dinky Creek. It's about 11,000 feet. Shit, it didn't fly worth a damn. It didn't get off the ground.
Well, Carl's half-8 combat ship had about a 4-foot wingspan. It was a real high aspect ratio wing on it. So it flew, but I imagine it was probably a little mushy.
Let's see what the elevation is of Dinky Creek. What is the elevation of Dinky Creek, California?
Dinky Creek is 5,987 feet above sea level.
5987.
Wow.
That's only that's only
That's
1,000
over a
feet
mile.
where we are.
Scat Rats don't fly at a mile high, I can tell you that right now.
Mark, what's the name of that pass that you go when you go in between this side of the mountain and your side?
Downers Pass.
On Interstate 70?
Yeah.
Well, they just call it the Eisenhower Tunnel because that's where the
Yeah, Eisenhower
top is.
Tunnel.
Well, he was up, I don't know, well, anyway, he was way up there. He's about 11,000 feet.
Yeah, that's what the
What is the
peak is
elevation
at
of
the Eisenhower Tunnel.
The Eisenhower Tunnel has a maximum elevation of 11,158 feet, 3,401 meters above sea level. This answer is from
11,158.
Wikipedia.
I'm not sure where you could pull over up there and have enough room to fly a plane, but
Inside the tunnel.
Well, if there was a place, Carl would have found it.
Maybe that's not
well, the
done.
other you could go over Loveland Pass. I don't know what's over there for space for parking or anything, but
What's the elevation of Donner's Pass, California?
Donner
Oh,
Pass, California, is at an elevation of 7,056 feet, 2,151 meters.
Not the same
This
place.
is from Wikipedia.
I thought it was Donner Pass.
Hey,
No,
hey,
it's
Spark, you see what the other at Taos? I flew in Taos. I flew my national stunt ship at Taos. That's like 8,000 feet. It was impossible.
Taos,
well,
New
our
Mexico.
club field here in
Almost
Arvada is at
impossible
about
to fly.
6,000 feet.
I think it's eight or 9,000 feet.
Elevation of Taos, New Mexico.
Taos is 6,969 feet above sea level.
6,969.
It's almost 7,000 feet.
Wow.
Well, that's where you got to
Wasn't
start
fun.
pouring some nitro in, or change your prop, or both, or
Take some weight out of your airplane and increase your wing
yeah.
area.
Whip.
It's just not fly.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
nice thing of it is, though, is if your airplane's trimmed to fly at a higher altitude, like above 4,000 feet, when you go down like to the Nats or the Brodak or the Whittier Narrows, you don't have to make as many changes to get it to fly. You can change the
Well,
prop.
there was a time people remember.
Say what? Oh, crap.
I think
People
he
will
lost.
remember the Reno Nats. I think it was in 84, 85.
I
The
remember
Reno
that.
Nats in 84 and 85, all these guys, Whiteley and all these dudes were building airplanes 35, 40 ounces, and like 3 or 4 of them just blew up. I think Jimmy Cassal's wings blew up. A couple other ones too. Trying to build them so light to fly in that elevation. I think Reno's about 5,000 feet elevation.
Well,
Those guys were trying to build, really super light airplanes, and
you're
I was
right.
going to go. Chris McMillan went. I was
The
going
real
to go.
problem
I just
here
didn't
comes
make
in the
it.
summertime when the temperature gets up to in the 90s, all close to 100.
Yeah.
The density altitude goes up by another 3,000
Yeah.
feet. You get
Yeah.
up there 8 or 9,000 foot density altitude, and you mush around a lot.
I think it's the photo. If you look at the top 5 photo from the Reno Nats, there's like 2 guys. They don't have airplanes because the wings folded on them.
Yeah. Well, I
Standing
remember
there.
that. I remember that incident, and they came out away from it and said, "Well, maybe we didn't have to build them as light as we thought we needed to."
Yeah.
And I think they've settled on a little bit more weight. I mean, it was Ted Fancher built that Snyder Cup, but it was a Tucker Special, and he didn't find it flew right at lightweight as he had it. He put some ballast in it.
He had it taken down.
Yeah,
8 ounces. He did 8 or 9 ounces.
something like that, like almost like another Fox engine in it.
Yeah.
And he built that Nobler that his wife ran over. That was light. I love that little video that Uncle Jim B made with that Lincoln going around with that shark fin on the top of the roof. Doing
The music from Jaws, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to sign off of YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, we end the show at 9 o'clock. Please like, subscribe, and share. We usually have an after party. I don't know whether they're going to or not, but in order to get in that after party, you have to be a member, a current member, paid subscriber, patron, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to paint this tomorrow, I believe. So fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you.
Ciao.
Good night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna sign off too here. I got things I
yeah,
gotta do.
me
So
too. I gotta get
There
out of
you
here.
go, Mark.
night,
Just,